Grab yourself some big pumper DPS and let's talk about Sartharion. Last week in a video, I mentioned that we'd done Sarth 3D on 10-man and we'd done it the proper way. So 2 tanks, 2 healers, sent people into portals, managed the fight as it's meant to be done. This week we thought, no, let's just get the biggest pumpers we've got and let's just Zerg it. Now, I was going to post it and it's like 1 minute, 20 seconds, whatever it was. We'll look at the log shortly. I was just going to post that and just show you the kill, how we done it. I thought, let's break it down and talk about it because it might help you guys out. Because trust me, it's so much easier Zerging it than it is doing it the proper way, like the intended way. So be sure to like and subscribe. Let's have a look at Sartharion. Here's a little bit of rogue point of view for you if you want to see it. But as you can see, just looking from the damage meters at the bottom here, this was actually Mincy TV. Shout out to him. Go and find him on Twitch. I'll put a link to him in the description below. We had 2 Unholy DKs, 2 Rogues, a Warlock, an Enhancement Shaman, a Shadow Priest, an Elemental Shaman, a Prop Paladin, being me, and then we had a Lonely Holy Paladin solo healing it all. Now, if we rewind all the way back to the start, if you're not doing trash like this, you're doing it wrong because it just makes it so much more fun. If when you come in, you just clear the first couple of packs, then have a Hunter or a Rogue, go and pull the boss and then reset, all the trash comes to the entrance. If you don't know this by now because you've not been watching any other videos of people doing this, now you know. Ideally, you want a couple of tanks, like one either side, but because I was the only tank in the group anyway, I just solo tanked it, but we did actually clear the patrolling mobs at the start. But doing it this way, even if you just clear all the trash to either Drake on the left and right, you never need to go to the back because you'll just reset the boss and then nuke all the trash in as it comes to you. So, just nice, saves a bit of time, and I don't like running around, so easy game. So we pull fairly standard. We just run in, rocket boots in, and just turn it round and start nuking. Now, pausing it, you absolutely could pull from the direction where the shaman stood here, and you actually get straight onto the boss. A little bit less time lost running in. But we've all got rocket boots anyway, so it didn't really make a difference to us. If you are falling behind by 1 or 2 seconds, that could be the make or break between it, but quite honestly, we just pull normally, and as I say, just rocket boost in, turn it around, try and keep it positioned as a tank. You want to try and keep it positioned between the 2 safe spots, depending on whether the lava wall's coming in front of you or behind you. So all you need to do is just a couple of steps left or a couple of steps right, depending on the direction of the flame wall. Like I say, this is not meant to be a super in-depth guide on all the tactics or anything like that, because that's not the purpose of this video. It's more just some tips and tricks, just showing you how we done it, so maybe you go away and take a little bit of inspiration from anything that we do here, and you might be able to get an easy kill yourself. As you can see, looking at damage meters, if you can get a couple of the best DKs in the world, then you're absolutely laughing. And when I say best DKs in the world, I mean literally one of them was rank 1 in the world. Only for a short time, because when we done it, there was lots of other guilds doing exactly the same thing at the same time, but still, he absolutely pumped. But looking on details here, you can see the sort of damage requirement that you're going to need to be able to kill the boss. There's minimal cleave here because we're not bothered about cheesing to get high passes on ads or anything like that. We're literally just nuking the boss as hard as physically possible. And you can see we've got a couple of DKs on 10k, we've got a rogue on 7.5k, 7.1 for the shaman, 7k pretty much for the warlock as well, and a combat rogue as well. We've got just on 6k, and then it goes down from there. But we've got really high raid DPS. Would we have been able to do it without the 2 DKs pumping like they were? Probably not. So ideally, find yourself some big pumping DK friends or guildies and make sure you got 1 or 2 in, because they literally will carry the damage on a short fight like that with army, gargoyle, snapshot in. Like, they just do ridiculous damage. So a couple of people doing 10k, even if it's not your DKs and you've got a couple of pumper rogues or enhancement shamans or whatever, it doesn't matter. But you are going to need exceptional raid damage to be able to get it down. Now, what would have made this fight easier for us is if we had a hunter instead of an elemental shaman. But if you've got an elemental shaman as good as ours who can pretend to be a hunter for just over a minute, then you're going to be laughing. Because looking at the time, as you can see, Tenebrom's going to arrive shortly in about 5 seconds. He's just landed now. Now, our Ellie Shaman's job is just to get aggro on it and run away as far as he can, so we get enough time to kill Sartharion before that Drake comes back. So fast forward in, you can see our Shaman in group 1 at the top left taking a bit of damage, so we know he's about to die, but the boss is also practically dead. So we know now we've got to kill this boss before the Drake gets back, or I need to taunt the Drake and pop all defensive cooldowns. The good news is we didn't need that extra time. By the time the Drake come back, obviously the boss was dead. We got the achievement. Well, we didn't get the achievement because we already had it, but we got all the loot and stuff. And literally, if you was to go in with more or less the same group every week, you're just going to absolutely smash it, because you're just going to go in, you're going to like pull the first bit of trash, hit the boss, reset, kill all the trash in the same spot, pull the boss, kill it in about 1 minute, 20 seconds or less, and loot. Job's a good one. It's a very, very nice, quick raid if you can get this strategy down. Like I said, this was not meant to be a boss guide of any description, just some hints, just some tips and tricks that we use, which, as I say, if you're worried you haven't got a hunter, you can absolutely do it with a shaman because, like I've just shown you, we've done it with a shaman. But a hunter would make it easier. And all you need is a decent tank, a decent healer, and a lot of DPS. I was even using haste potions as the main tank, you know, just to try and put out as much damage as physically possible. I did pre-pot a haste potion as well, so I used 2 that fight. I mean, I'd done like just over 3k DPS or whatever I did. So, you know, not exceptional amounts as a tank, but still enough that I felt like I was contributing to the group. Let's have a quick look at the logs. So just a quick snapshot of it, really. You can see that everybody's doing exceptionally well. You know, talking DK's doing 9.3, 8.6, 6.3 from the Warlock, 6.8 from the Rogue, 5.7 from the Shadow Priest, 7 from the Enhancement Shaman, and 5.8 from the Combat Rogue. But you can see, obviously, they got very good passes by eye level and by rank. So it just shows you the sort of expectations you should have from the people in your 10-man if you actually want to be able to do it like this. Same goes for our healer. Obviously, you can see that he absolutely pumps as well. And the tank should have done better, but what do you expect from a noob? But that's it. It was just a quick look at our Sarth 10 kill. Yes, I'm quite proud of it. I was quite happy that we zerged it down. Don't get me wrong. I know loads of you are going to say in the comments, oh, we've done it week 1. We've done it like twice, 3 times now already, whatever. Like, yeah, I'm sure you have, but I'm happy that we done it the proper way the first week and then obviously zerged it the second week. So we've done it both ways, but zerging it, definitely, if you've got the DPS, never, ever do it any other way other than zerging it because, honestly, it just makes it so much easier. Like, ridiculously easy compared to doing the normal tactics if you've got enough DPS. So once again, please like and subscribe. Check out Rested XP in the pinned comment in the description below and roll the outro. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member. You get access to emotes, everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name, and you get access to members-only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.